Nothing was hotter during the pandemic than the housing market. It has cooled off dramatically, though, since then, but all of that may be about to change. Joining us now to help us sift through and sort it all out is Sammy Azzouz, the president and CEO of Heritage Financial. Sammy, thank you for joining us again.
Absolutely. Glad to be back.
So, now what is your take on the housing market?
We've gone from very tight inventory, which has helped sellers and kept prices high, even as home affordability has really collapsed for a lot of people, to more of an equilibrium as active listings have increased, which could soften prices a bit and help out buyers.
And this is good. As someone who is a future home buyer living here, I'm like, okay, great. Some keywords: equilibrium, prices may be softening. Okay, we're starting off well.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think buyers have needed a little bit of a break.
Absolutely. According to data from Zillow, mortgage rates dipped last month, and new listings are up more than 8% from last year. Do you think that we're on the cusp of a change?
I think the market is showing some signs that it's changing. With more inventory, buyers are being more selective, houses are staying on the market longer, and comps from even a few months ago may not be as useful in a transaction.
So now, since it does sound like we are on the cusp of a turnaround, we're on the cusp of change. What else do you think needs to change to keep that going?
Yeah, it's something I started talking about. I would watch inventory levels. So areas of the country that have seen the biggest inventory increases, like the Sun Belt, for example, have seen larger price declines than we have in the area. So if we see inventory levels here continue to rise, we could face the same thing locally, and that equilibrium could shift more in the buyer's direction.
Now, some people may hear this and wonder, you spoke about inventory and you spoke about there being more inventory. Do you think it's about the time of the year and less about a trend? What are your thoughts on that?
I do think perhaps it's more of a trend, and that sellers who have been waiting to sell for a while are no longer waiting. And perhaps that's for personal reasons. Perhaps prices in other areas of the country are moving in a way that they want to take advantage of. And likely because they see now that mortgage rates are going to stay at these levels, 5.5 to 6.5%, likely well into next year. And they're no longer anchoring to those 2 to 3% mortgage rates that we saw a few years ago. So they know they shouldn't wait it out. They need to act if they want to make some changes.
Now, what type of impact do you think that the generational transfer of wealth could have on housing moving forward?
Yeah, it could have an impact, but that is more of a longer term story, and we're not exactly sure how it'll play out. So
Mhm.
today's buyers and sellers probably need to focus more on staying on top of the things that we discussed already and not trying to think through those longer term trends.
Okay. Is there anything that you think is important for anyone watching who's like, all right, I'm a prospective buyer. This might be my time. Or maybe they are the seller you spoke about who's like, they've been on the line. Like, are we gonna put it on the market yet? Are we gonna sell? What do you say to those people? Anything you want to mention that I didn't ask you?
Yeah, I think sellers just need to be prepared that the market has shifted a little bit and to prepare their house, stage it, work with a professional and make sure that they understand that with the softening market, if they want to make a transaction, they shouldn't anchor to prices that they heard 4 to 5 months ago.
Okay. Sammy Azuz, the president and CEO of Heritage Financial. It is always a pleasure. We thank you for joining us. And
Thanks
like I
for having me.
said, until next time,
Thank you.
thank you.